What's up everyone, welcome to Ben's Car Reviews. I'm Ben and today we'll be counting down the top 11 largest SUVs here in 2024. Let's get right into it. Starting us out is the long wheelbase version of the Range Rover. It'll measure in at 207 inches long, 87 inches wide, 73.6 inches tall, weighs 5,620 pounds, and can hold 92.9 cubic feet of max cargo volume. No doubt Range Rover is one of the most popular vehicles in the country, especially in the more affluent areas. These things are literally everywhere. Under the hood, you'll have a 3-liter mild hybrid inline-6 or a 4.4-liter V8, giving you the potential to be over 600 horsepower, so a lot of get-up available, and nearly the fastest vehicle on this list. Incredibly expensive, incredibly cool design inside and out, a reputation that gets a lot of heat, but large enough to start us off here. Moving up on the list, if you're going to name a vehicle in your fleet after one of the biggest trees in the world, you better not have it be your compact sedan. Toyota did it right with making the Sequoia a monster-sized SUV. Not only are you getting the phenomenal reliability of Toyota, but the design of the Sequoia may be the best in the whole list, and the interior has a literal movie screen centering it. But the caveat is how expensive it is. The Sequoia measures in at 208.1 inches long, 79.6 inches wide, 74.5 inches tall, hits the scales at 6,185 pounds at most, and has 86.9 cubic feet of max cargo volume. A 3.5-liter hybrid V6 moves this thing along with over 400 horsepower and nearly 600 pound-feet of torque. The Nissan Armada holds the number 9 spot on the list. Don't see too many of these on the roads, but they're a nice option, and the design has certainly improved. In terms of size, it's 208.9 inches long, 79.9 inches wide, 75.8 inches tall, weighs 6,034 pounds at the most, has 92.6 cubic feet of max cargo volume. The Armada is powered by a 5.6-liter V8, putting out 400 horsepower, so you can get some speed, but might as well set up a campsite at the gas station, or at least join the rewards program. Definitely a nice route to get a vehicle of this caliber. The mighty Infiniti QX80 comes in at number 8, and also the cousin to the Armada. If you've ever seen one of these in person, you know they look abnormally large. The shape makes them seem enormous, but that adds a lot of functionality to this SUV if you're willing to pay for it. It measures in at 210.2 inches long, 79.9 inches wide, 75.8 inches tall, tipped the scales at 6,095 pounds, and has 95.1 cubic feet of max cargo volume. It has the same V8 as the Armada. Styling is no doubt elevated, and this is said to be one of the most comfortable vehicles on the road. If you've recently sold a couple limbs and you're eyeing this thing, then I don't think you'll be disappointed. General Motors enters the chat at the 7th spot with the Chevy Tahoe. This staple in the industry feels like it's been around forever, and I'm pretty sure we all know somebody who has a Tahoe or has had one. It's going to measure in at 210.7 inches long, 81 inches wide, 75.8 inches tall, weighs in at most 5,845 pounds, has a max cargo volume of 122.9 cubic feet, so you can cram a lot in here, whether it's luggage or your kids and all their friends on the way to soccer. The Tahoe has either a 5.7 or 6.2-liter V8 powering it. It delivers plenty of power to move this thing along. Styling is off the charts, and I love how Chevy makes all their trims look different across this lineup. Ford is on the map with the 6th spot for the Expedition Max. This mega SUV measures in at 221.9 inches long, 79.9 inches wide, 76.4 inches tall, weighs in at most 5,793 pounds, and can hold 121.4 cubic feet of cargo volume. A large 3.5-liter V6 producing over 400 horsepower is the power plant for this beast. In terms of its design, I think it falls a bit compared to the others on this list. You can certainly option this out to be incredibly nice inside and out. And the screen is so big, it almost doesn't even look real. The Lincoln Navigator L takes the number 5 spot on the list. The brother from another mother to that Ford Expedition Max, the Navigator offers quite a luxurious product with a price tag to match. The Navigator L is 221.9 inches long, 79.9 inches wide, and 76.1 inches tall. It weighs in at most 5,980 pounds, has a max cargo volume of 120.2 cubic feet. Both exterior and interiors look really nice. They scream luxury, and there are an incredible amount of interior amenities to be had. If you're willing to spend the money, Lincoln delivers quite a product for you. Certainly doesn't feel like you're in a vehicle with some of the features that it has, and the Navigator is powered by the same 3.5 liter V6 to move you along nicely. The Yukon XL comes in at number 4 in the ranking at an impressive 225.2 inches long, 81 inches wide, and 76.5 inches tall. All that size weighs in at most 5,998 pounds. Cargo volume maxes out at 144.7 cubic feet. Like the Tahoe, there are a couple different V8 options for this, and the power can be over 400 horsepower, either that 5.7 or 6.2 liter V8. The Yukon has many ways to configure it, but all options are stylish and attractive. Price tags can get out of control quickly, with tons of available luxury options and trims, but that just means there should be a Yukon XL for everyone. I think this current generation is the best looking inside and out. Real quick, guys, here are Ben's car reviews. I strive to bring the most accurate and relevant information under 10 minutes. There's no misleading and no waste of time. If that's something that's intriguing to you and like this content as you watch, please like and subscribe so you can see grow the channel. Let's keep going. I'm sure you knew this one was coming at some point. The Chevy Suburban, the longest running automotive nameplate in history, comes in at number 3. The Suburban has always found a way to be visually appealing and provide room for trillions of people over the years. It measures in at 225.7 inches long, 81.1 inches wide, 75.7 inches tall, weighs in at most 6,016 pounds, and has a max cargo volume of 144.7 cubic feet, just like the Yukon XL, which is mind-boggling. You could potentially fit a Mitsubishi Mirage in there with all the seats down. Engine options are the same as the previous Yukon XL, like I just mentioned. The Suburban is one of the most affordable options for a family in this ranking, as the lower trims don't totally break the bank for what this vehicle is, for the caliber of this vehicle. Don't get me wrong, you can get a high country for $90,000, but there are many options below it. The Jeep Grand Cherokee L is at number 2, and it is a sight to behold. It looks like a mini school bus decked out in high-end features rolling down the road. Measures in at 226.7 inches long, 83.6 inches wide, 75.6 inches tall, weighs in at most 6,704 pounds. Max cargo volume stands at 112.9 cubic feet. Under the hood is a 3-liter inline-6 with over 500 horsepower to move this spaceship along. No doubt impressive styling here too. The price tags are astronomical, but it is a niche market and Jeep knows it. Number 1 on the list, the largest, longest SUV of 2024 is going to be the Cadillac Escalade ESV. This one I'll specifically talk about is the V because that's the coolest one. And no doubt this is the king of the SUV world, not only in performance but sheer size. It measures in at 227 inches long, 81.1 inches wide, 76.4 inches tall, weighs in at most 6,217 pounds. Max cargo volume is 126.6 cubic feet. Beyond the size, it's powered by a 6.2 liter V8 approaching 700 horsepower and grip to all 4 wheels. Styling is so well done, and luxury is the first word that comes to mind, of course, being a Cadillac Escalade. If you like racing people from the stoplight, make sure the person next to you isn't driving this beast unless you have a Dodge Demon. Interview, guys, obviously tons of options here to get a super large vehicle here in 2024 across many different brands, and a lot of these sizes rank a little differently. You get some that are closer to 200, and then you can get 2 more feet on top of that basically if you want to go for a long Cadillac ESV. But it's great to see there are many options. Prices generally are pretty high. Lots of times these big SUVs too are on the more luxurious side, which makes those price tags go up even higher. But like I said, the Tahoe, the Yukon, Suburban, those are some of your best bets for getting a lot for not as much money. So definitely check those out. But yeah, lots of ways to get a big SUV here in 2024. And hopefully this video that made things out in a clear way for you guys. Thank you for watching this Ben's car review. Please subscribe if not already. If you're interested for a future review, drop in the comments and I'll see what I can do. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, I have that option now. Check that out and join if you'd like. And I'll catch you on the next Ben's car review.